This is the whole point of the social media, isn't it? Guys, this is why we don't jump on social media trends, because they're not all good. Okay. Not all social media is good. There have been so many social media platforms come and go that you don't know about that are just not all good. But this is one of the ones that young people are using. It's a little bit of a diversion. But again, the point is, don't jump on every trend that every 18-year-old tells you to jump on. They're not all good for your business, especially a brick and mortar small business. But this one is you take a photo directly in front of you and then a photo directly behind you with you in it. And that's it.
That's just weird.
I know. And I was like, so you're announcing your location to anyone who wants to track you. To me, that's just asking to be yoinked from wherever you are. I don't know.
That's
but
great.
Again, people, if a lot of people who run their business with their family will have their, adult children or their older teenagers helping them with social media. But again, going back to Paul's point, we're a Google first company. Why? Because where do people look for this type of information? On Google. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one that the kids like, or, we all shit on Facebook because it's so easy to do. That's why we do it. You know what I mean? We all hate it, but it's kind of like, it's as exciting as the Yellow Pages. For those of you who are old enough to remember the Yellow Pages, that's what it is. It's the online version of the Yellow Pages, in my opinion. And it's that exciting. It's not exciting at all. But if you are jumping to every social media trend thinking I'm going to expand my reach because I'm on this new social media thing, you could be missing some of the most important stuff, like really showing up on Google in the way that's going to benefit your business. And those are the kinds of things like having the full Maps profile, posting like it's a social media platform in the updates section of Google. That's the stuff that's actually going to help your business. Don't try to diversify and do 8 different social media platforms. Just try to do 1, 2, or 3 really, really, really well.
Yeah, and Gary Vee always talks about that too, to dominate one first before you, because you get people that are like, I want to do everything, and then they get frustrated and burned out because like I can't post on all these things and do all this stuff. Dominate one, be the dominant one. Obviously, people are like, oh, I want to dominate Facebook, but we'll argue until I'm blue in the face. Dominate Google first.
Mm-hmm.
Like Google's priority. And then dominate Facebook, then dominate Instagram, then add all these little pieces in there, and then add in your ads and do all this and build the compound effect. But being seen everywhere is like, you need to be seen. It's like, you need to be the exciting thing in town, something people recognize. It's like, you need to be the jiu-jitsu guy or the kickboxing girl or the MMA, whatever, and then people gravitate towards your gym because like we talk about, our audience is smaller. It's like, it's not a huge audience, people looking for jiu-jitsu. Unfortunately, I wish they were, but they find you. And we had this talk, I think yesterday on our staff, or it was Monday. We're talking about like, we'll talk to people and they're like, well, I don't need sales training because we close everybody. And we're like, well, how many students you signed up last month? They're like 4. I'm like, well, yeah, because they just came in to join. It's like, because everybody gets at their gym, you get laydowns. Yeah, you call them laydowns. It's like they know more about you than you know about yourself. They're already coming in to join. So it's like, you don't have problems until you start trying to scale to 10 to 20 to 30 signups. Then you're like, oh man, we need sales training because we're getting all these people in and we're not getting them signed up because they're not all as interested as the 4 or 5 people that are like, oh man, I really want to do this.
Right. And then a lot of times when an owner has that problem, and it's a thing that naturally happens as you start to expand your reach, as more people start to see what you're doing, people will be in different stages of the buying cycle. So they're not the lay down that those 4 people were. There were people who just thought your ad was cool. There were people who, were half interested. And those people require a little bit more of a process in the sales portion, in the experience, in that first day experience, than somebody who's already, hell-bent on joining your school right from the get-go with you doing literally nothing.
I love those, but it's like,
and
that's why. And people are funny. It's different stages of the game. So it's like we talk to clients at all these different levels. When you're at the beginning level, it's easy to sign people up. I get everybody. Nobody quits, blah, 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 because you only have X amount of people. But as you grow, your problems compound. It's just like, it's so much more work.
And and then they blame the leads too.
And then they blame the leads.
You get more leads, you get more exposure, and they're like, well, those people weren't qualified. No, they weren't. They were. They're fine.
They're just not, they're not like 100%, or they're one.
Yeah, you got to handhold them a little bit more and bring them through the process. Because if you think about it, again, those 4 laydowns, they're already at the end of the process.